Hello again from Detroit, where I'm here at the Fox Theatre in Motor City to see the 2024 Chevrolet Silverado EV for the first time. I've already shown you around the vehicle and I've talked to Nichole Kraatz, Chief Engineer of the Silverado EV. Now it's time to talk to Vaughan, Chevrolet Design Director for the Silverado EV. Ryan, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Now, the Silverado EV is built on a shared platform with the Hummer EV, and it looks very different to the regular internal combustion engine Silverado. Can you talk me through some of the design changes?
Sure, absolutely. So this is built from the ground up on our new Ultium EV platform, and that lets us do things that we've really never been able to do before in a full-size pickup truck. So the overall packaging, taking advantage of the fact that it is an EV vehicle and built that way, is more efficient. So we've got more storage, we've got more flexibility, we've got larger space for the occupants, we have a front trunk, we have a mid-gate, we have a full-size bed, so we've got a lot of functionality. And we're also able to deliver really a new look for a pickup. Obviously, it's an electric vehicle. We don't need to take in a large amount of air in the front, so things like grills, we can really reimagine the front of the vehicle and really the whole overall persona. So what you see here is much more sculptural, more sleek, very modern, and really a whole new take on what a full-size pickup truck can be.
Now, one of the things obviously that you've been able to do with the Silverado EV is change some of the internal dimensions. That's possible because you now have an internal combustion engine up front, you don't have a drivetrain running underneath the vehicle. Can you talk about how your team went through the process of deciding to add interior space to the vehicle rather than trunk space?
Well, we've actually been able to do both. That's the magic of this package. Within a pretty similar overall size to the ICE Silverado, we've been able to provide more space for the occupants, but also more storage space at the same time. So we get kind of best of both worlds. For example, you mentioned we don't have a combustion engine. We also don't have all the other stuff that comes with a combustion engine, like coolers and radiators and things like that. So our front overhang can be a lot shorter. So that actually means we took the front axle and pushed it farther forward. So that's giving us more occupant space. And that type of efficiency just adds up through the vehicle. So we're able to give more couple distance, for example. So the distance between the front occupant and the rear. So we've got lots of rear knee room. But at the same time, we've got the largest bed in the EV truck segment.
Thanks to that mid tailgate or lift gate.
Well, yeah, even with the mid-gate in place, we've got a 5'11" bed, largest in the EV truck segment. But then when we fold the mid-gate down, we have a huge amount of storage from the tailgate all the way through into the cabin.
Now, there are two very distinct versions of this truck. When the reveal event took place, great pains was taken to differentiate between the WT, the work truck, and what we have here. Can you talk to me about why Chevrolet's design team decided to split the truck into two distinct versions?
Well, it really allows us to optimize those versions for their customers and for their intended uses. So a truck is really all about being designed fit for its purpose. And so we're able to, with the flexibility that we have, provide a truck like this RST, 24-inch wheels, very sporty, very sleek, very much kind of an on-road performance persona. But then also the work truck, which is very functional. It's simplified in some ways. For example, a fleet customer who doesn't necessarily need certain things that might come on the RST. So doing multiple versions, taking advantage of the flexibility that we have to do those multiple versions really allows us to really tailor them for the customer.
I have plenty more questions, but we only have about an hour here, so thank you very much.
My pleasure.
And hope that we can talk again in the future after I've had a chance to drive it.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And thank you all for joining us here online. If you haven't had a chance to check out our walkthrough with the truck and our chat with Nichole, be sure to follow the links below. And if you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to leave your thoughts below or in our free to join Discord chat room. There is plenty of discussion going on. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and our other channel, Transport Evolved Take 2, for longer takes and behind the scenes stuff. Thanks on behalf of the entire TE crew go out to the folks on my right for being our $15 to $49 a month patrons. Special thanks to our $50 a month patrons Chris Maxwell, Brian Newton, Jason Bordor, Dave Kitchen, Michael Goad, Ricky Leong, Andrew Martin, Guido Drahota, Brophy Wolf, Tesla in the Gong, Gordon C, Stephen O'Donoghue, Kyle Hodgson, Anthony Coates, Regine Fellows, Rory Litwin, Anonymous Freak, Jim Burness and Denny Hyde. And our deepest gratitude to our $100 a month Patreon supporters, Marcel Ward, Reggie Watts, Joe Bresney, JP Fagerback, Will Graylin, Matthew Drobnak, John Lyons, Christopher Lee Jones, Laura Reynolds, Paul Conway, Ellery Hennesley, and Ian. If you are feeling left out, you can join Patreon at the link below, or you can show us your support through Bitcoin, Ko-fi, or our cool swag store. Thanks for joining me, and as always, keep evolving.